Alright, so we're going to do a wash on the 535. Move the 540 out of the way. I think this is where I'm going to have the camera. I can't find any of my mounts for any of my tripods.
Looked in the trunk, and there's something in the trunk that I think may be of interest to you, so I made sure that I called immediately.
So, just using my toolbox. Just a quick wash, and everything I'm using is something that I was able to buy from my local auto parts store, AutoZone or Advance. So we're losing a lot of Meguiar stuff. I think I have a couple of things from Griot's and Armor All. So we're just going to keep this simple. I'm not even going to break out any of the professional detailing stuff. And I say professional because Meguiar stuff is actually good. I don't care what anybody tells you. If you know what you're doing, you can get most paint to pop with most products on the market. Some just require way more work than others. And I'm cheap as hell. Y'all didn't see that. And here I just have some bleach white tire cleaner. Let this soak while I try and get the pressure washer set up. Alright, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I wanted to talk about this Spartan Brush thing that I just got off of Amazon. It was delivered yesterday, but it's supposed to be used to clean wheels, and I'm going to try it out today. As you saw, I just sprayed some bleach white from, I think I got it from Advance Auto Parts. I just sprayed some bleach white. I'm letting it soak a little bit. I'm going to rinse that off, and then I'm going to treat it one more time. And then I'm going to use this Spartan Brush thingy to see how good I can get into the crevices of these wheels. So it's almost like a BBS LH style wheel, and I'm saying style. It's not even a replica. And these are made by TSW, but if you can see, there's a lot of different nooks and crannies. And I'm also doing this without any shade. So as you can see, the cleaner is already dried up on this side. So I'll work fast on this side, but I'll actually do this side last, the side that's to the sun. All right, so let's get this thing opened and see what we can do. Spartan Brush. It's like $26 total. Microfiber brush. Again, Amazon cheapie. There is a name brand version of this. It was like 44 bucks. But as with everything, I always try to find the least expensive version first. And this is definitely a lot smaller than the name brand version. I don't know how effective it's going to be, but it should be small enough to do what I need it to do. So let's give it a shot. And another scrub brush from Amazon that I've been using with success. For my wheels, usually this is all I need. A brush, and then a brush for the spokes. I'm not worried about the barrels for today's wash. This is just me trying to figure out if this is something that I want to keep in my collection or something that I'm going to use very often. For cleaning these wheels, this is a good thing. Getting to the barrel, not much different than anything else that I already have. There is a version of this that is flat and longer. That's the one I need to get, and that's the $44 one that I mentioned earlier in the video. But just for getting these gaps, this gets the job done. Now cleaning the lip and the face, this doesn't feel that good and it doesn't have any flex to it, so what you see is what you get. The one that I want actually can be flexed and shaped to do the things that you needed to do, even though the back side of the wheel. But let me get done with the wheels and then we'll move on to the wash. It does make this portion of the job easier and I have to spend less time doing it, but again, it falls short of everything I needed to do. I say it falls short, but that's because my expectations were above and beyond what the product is intended for. I misread the description and I looked at the pictures and just ignored the details. I thought it was longer. I thought it was flat. But I'm sure it's because I was looking at the more expensive version by a different brand and just took the information from that and thought it's got to be the same. This is one of those times where you have a little bit of buyer's remorse. But I'm gonna set up the pressure washer now and we'll get her finished off. And that's when I go back over everything, the wheels again, for the final cleaning. And we'll be done. Just gotta find a place to mount the camera that's gonna get you guys the best view. So on days like this when I'm cleaning in direct sunlight, I don't usually let it dwell for this long. But just for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna let it dwell for a little bit. I'm gonna rinse it off and then I'm gonna foam it again, and that's when I'll use my brush on it. While it's dwelling, this is where I usually go around and clean the face of the wheels with one of the other brushes. And I'll go ahead and do that right now. Just go over really quickly, rinse the wheel, then rinse the whole car off, and then foam it again, and then take the sponge and clean it. I would also follow with this brush typically to get the barrel of the wheels, but today I'm not going to do that. These wheels are still fairly clean from BMW Invasion. This is a demo wash. I wouldn't even call it a maintenance wash. My maintenance washes usually take me about 2 or 3 hours. A full detail, that D word, that's a 2-day event for me. Because I'll wash the car 3 or 4 times for each section that I do. Soap it up a lot. I mean, all types of stuff, back and forth, and then play it, do it again. it's a mess, especially if I'm doing one where I'm actually stripping any coatings or doing decontamination. Oh man, we're talking about a 12 or a 16-hour day. And that's if I'm trying to push through and get it all done in one day. They usually from sun up to sundown. I'm cleaning the car right now so I can demonstrate that Spartan Brush, as well as prepare for the oil change I'm going to do tomorrow. I usually like to work on clean cars. I may or may not spray off the engine as well. Why not? But I may do that after the oil change, because I like to keep the car clean as hell so that I can inspect it and see if there are any oil leaks or new oil leaks, because it's a BMW, there's always an oil leak. But here we are, we're gonna do the wash. This is gonna be quick. I'm gonna foam up the car again, grab the brushes or the sponges, wipe the car down, get it done as fast as I possibly can. Then we dry the windows first, open up everything, and then dry everything else. My detail towels, my drying towels, let's put it that way. I get these from Harbor Freight. These are $6 a piece, or they were prior to the COVID. I don't know what they are right now. I don't even know if they still have these available. I have about 20 of them, and these things are fantastic. For the money, I mean, they work really well. I've actually used some of them to clean the dogs and to dry the dogs off after a nice bath, but they work really well. I have some of my camp kit as well, so when we go camping, if we get wet or something gets really wet that we don't want, I pull one of these out, and these things can hold, I'd say 10 to 20 times their weight in water. So these are a fantastic buy. Oh, that is gonna work. That way. Keep that sunny side wet. All right, now I'll grab 2 drying towels and get to drying, but I start with the windows. Or should I say the glass? Because it's mostly about the glass, especially on sunny days like this. And I don't want to put the easy up. Alright, that's the first pass on all the glass. Now follow with the rest of the car, especially the sunny side. Another item I picked up from Amazon was this circle brush. It's almost like one of those brushes you use to put shaving foam on, but this is for your tire dressing or anything for your dash, anything you don't want to get all over the place. So we're gonna give this a shot as well too. Like it, today's tire shine is gonna be this Griot's Garage ceramic tire dressing. So give this a shot. It's a cool little brush. Put a little bit of product on here and just work it through around the tire. Like a dime-sized dab did all these tires. Now these are low pro tires, and if I was doing my 4Runner, which I don't have anymore, it would have taken a couple of applications, but one coating and it looks good. Tires look clean and not too greasy or shiny. Comes with this little stand slash cover case. And now it can go inside the detailing toolbox. Right. I know you guys want to see. We got a generic strut bar from eBay. ECS Tuning's metal valve cover. The gasket in there is OEM. We have the AFE power intake. Generic oil filter housing cap. Precision Racing coils. What else do we have under here? Down is a VRSF downpipe. There's also a RVG front-mounted intercooler, which you can't see on this car, which kind of sucks, but I'll make up for it on my E60 if I ever get that one back. A generic either eBay or Amazon. A generic eBay or Amazon charge pipe. It's worked fine. I'm gonna change it though because I got a kit from, what's the name of that company? Evolution Racing. And as you can see, the tube that goes, the piping that goes into the front mounted intercooler is actually chrome. And they have a set where the charge pipe is chrome as well. So I'll have that all matching. The AFE intake may or may not be going away. I had to modify the hell out of that in order to accommodate the Precision Racing coil pack. So I don't know, it's not a sealed unit anymore, and I think it's having an impact on how much heat is getting in there. It's probably not a whole lot. I don't feel like I'm losing anything, but if I'm gonna spend all this money and put all of this time into it, I want it to look good. I may go with one of the other relocation kits where they put the intake on the other side. MST, Beamer House Performance has one that comes out of the front of the car. So decisions. It really boils down to how much money I want to spend, because all it's really going to do is just give me the same performance that I'm already getting out of this AFE unit. Or I may take this AFE unit out and use some Kydex and close it up and seal it the way it needs to be sealed. So there's always that option, because I don't mind getting my hands dirty and modifying parts to work. And the reason why I've been doing all of these videos lately is because of this Dynan Axleback exhaust. I have a replacement bumper for this one. Somebody hit my car in the VA parking lot and ripped the bumper off, and I didn't do what needed to be done to get it off and get it taken care of. But I have the new bumper, just like I got the M5 bumper. They just need to be painted. TSW wheels from Fitment Industries. But yeah, it's a 2016 535 Msport. I'm a 5 Series fanboy. I think I'm gonna get E28 one day. There's the Audi and the E39 over there. Like I said, I have an E60 being worked on, getting a new engine put on and a bunch of go fast parts. That car is gonna be the one that gets the 600 horsepower. So that's what I want for that car. This one I want to stop at 400, 450, maybe 500, but I'll let Mr. Shoot decide once I am ready to get the tune done. Alright, don't forget, it's the Spartan Brush. It works, and it works really well at what it's designed for. My expectations let me down and put me in a position where I was expecting something I shouldn't have been expecting out of this. But it did get the job done. It does help with the gaps in these TSW wheels. So was it worth the money? It was like $26. Yes. Would I buy it again? Knowing what I know now? No, because I have other brushes that do exactly that. So I'm gonna go ahead and order the blade one that I was looking at and stop being cheap and just spend the $44, because chances are I'm gonna spend the $44 and only need to buy that once every 5 years or so. But yeah, all right. So this is Schwell for Sinful Motorsports. Hope you guys out there having fun, being safe, and also being responsible. And I know you're not. I've been watching the videos, guys. I hit you with the 2 fingers. Later.